$220,681.77. Disbursements this month, $486,575.44. Our remaining balance at the start of July is $755,487.40. The itemized disbursements, the big one this month, we had $419,000 to Andale. That was for the road at Bel Air. So that part of the road itself is paid for. The remainder of the project is still undergoing. And then everything else is just normal work on different roads, average bills that we usually have coming, the insurance and payroll and things like that. Any questions?
Yeah.
Anyone motion to approve the budget? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Back to you, Marco.
Do you want to talk about
I'll put Sipper and I'll say hi and then we can get them in. Yep.
yeah? And for the yearly audit.
I gave you all a copy, if you've seen the direct copy at least, of the annual audit for 2020. Tucked inside is a 2-page letter. This is our governance letter, similar to what you've seen in the past. Briefly, it explains what we said we would do as part of the audit and what we did do as part of the audit. And then there are a few items that we did to adjust the books to get them to according to KAG. As far as we did not have any trouble with or difficulties in dealing with management, and as far as we know, you did not contact another CPA firm for like a second opinion on anything. So that basically is what that letter states. Then in the bound copy of the report, page 1 and 2 is the standard KMAG independent auditor's report, and this goes on to again remind you what your responsibilities are as management of the township, and then our responsibility as your auditor in going through and reviewing your expenditures. Because it is KMAG, there is a basis for an adverse opinion because it's not according to the U.S. generally accepted accounting principles. However, on the top of the second page, in the second paragraph, we have a paragraph that states, in our opinion, the financial statement referred to above presents fairly in all material respects the aggregate cash and unencumbered cash balance of the township as of December 31, 2020. So according to the KMAG rules and regulations, this is a clean audit. Page 3 is a summary sheet of your funds with your beginning unencumbered cash balances, showing you a recap of receipts, expenditures, and ending cash. The last column they're all positive numbers, meaning no cash violations as of the end of the year. And then the next section tells you how the money is held at the bank and what kind of accounts it's in. Page 4 starts the notes that are required by KMAG. Talks about the kinds of funds you can have. The stewardship, compliance, and accountability note on page 2 we just discussed, and that talks about that you have to have your money adequately secured at the bank. And then note 3 talks about what kind of accounts you can have within the bank. Note 4 is a summary of your long-term debt with payments made throughout the year, and then for the next 5 years, and then in 2-year increments, your note pays off at the end of 2027. Then page 7 shows some interfund transfers. You had some budget available, so we transferred money into your reserve account so that you have that available as you need it for large expenditures later on. And then talks about employee benefit plans, and another note about the pandemic and how it affects the township, which we really don't know in the long run. Page 10 is a summary of your expenditures. It compares your legal authorized budget compared to your actual expenditures. Again, the last column, there are no positive numbers there, meaning there are no budget violations. Page 11 gives you a little bit more detail by fund as to the kind of receipts that came in and the expenditures. Your general fund is as expected. You reduced the taxes that were being levied for the general fund, so there's a reduction in the balance there. Page 12 is your road fund, and you had an increase in the taxes that were levied. It was shifted to the road fund. There were more expenditures, as you're aware, with all the different projects you had going on. And one thing we did differently this year is you had a lot of stuff authorized, and then there were some things that were done but not paid until 2021. So that money was encumbered because, once again, you had the budget authority. So we added that to the expense. And then page 13 shows your reserves for your special machinery and where those the money that was transferred from the road fund went into. And then page 14 is your bond and interest. A little bit of money left over there to help pay off towards the end. And then in the back was a 2-page letter, which is basically some suggestions on how to continue to work on improving your internal controls, and just making you aware of things that we found and our suggestions. I went through that kind of fast. There were no surprises in doing the audit.
Thank you.
Any questions for me?
No, I think you've answered what I needed.
Okay.
Thank you, Bonnie.
All right.
Read my back.
Thank you.
Down in Sunspluck, were you guys able to put in those light poles? Have you guys resolved where and what?
Yes. As where, I'm not sure whether they're in yet or not.
Okay. It is paid for though. I took care of that last month.
Okay. They were scheduled, but I haven't been by there checking, so sorry.
I didn't know if you guys had come up with a where.
We had the wares.
Good. Okay.
Do you want to talk about the phone call about the police cover?
So we got a call from, I'm not sure what this individual would be called somewhat of a recruiter for wanting to real estate agent to buy the front entrance plots of the township property up front. I didn't really know what the advantage would be to sell it, so we're kind of here to discuss it. And I didn't see any benefit in selling it, looking into it, dealing with it.
Right.
And so I make a motion to.
Before you do, so just so you know, I just received notice from MABCD that they have filed a motion for the private owner to vacate the front piece of property out here all the way down the easement.
Yeah, I'd like to know the two gentlemen. What are your names?
Mark Miller.
Chris Carlson.
Chris, you and I talked.
Okay.
I'm Gordy Young. We have the property that half section.
Oh, 143rd, 29.
That's the corner that you guys are involved in, 29th to 143rd. We were at the Payne Township meeting last week, and what we're trying to do, there's some other issues on 29th Street, which is their issue. That corner where that stop sign is, I called you on the phone on 541, and you're going to call me back. Should I expect a phone call, or can we just talk now?
We can talk now.
Good.
My apologies. I must. Yeah.
Okay. My point being is that corner is really, really bad, and it goes all the way around onto the Payne Township issues. The corner. Can we get either Minnehaha fixing that, or Minnehaha and Payne Township fixing it? Because that stop sign is literally, it's all eroded.
Yeah.
So technically, the stop sign is in the street if you want to think of it that way.
yeah, we can fix it. Actually, we have a plan to fix it. We just haven't done it yet.
Did we talk about what really bad is?
It's so the road is fault. The water has come down and basically washed the road farther and farther away from the corner. So it's completely collapsed. Barry, I took Barry out there, and he said we should dig it up, and then he can rebuild the corner with concrete, and then put the road base back on top of it so it supports that corner, and when the water comes down, it doesn't wash it out. So basically make a concrete turn, then stack the road back on top of it, so when the water comes down, it doesn't hit dirt, it hits concrete.
You know, the situation we have, I mean, we maintain the property line out there, and it's just not there anymore at that corner. And it's, you know, there's other issues down, I brought it down on Payne Township issues there, but that's been a problem. Can we get a time frame on it?
Oh, what, sir?
Time frame?
And you also said concrete, is that on the interior or the exterior or both?
Exterior, or I'm sorry, the roadside.
Like a curb?
The road's kind of, but the road gets built back on top of it, so it's not a curb per se. But it's a barrier so that when water hits, it goes back. So I wouldn't put on the inside because it'd be an obstruction for somebody to get caught inside of with their tires or something if they came too close. But if we just do the one side, do the curb here, rebuild the road on top, and you can make that radius all the way around.
Very good.
I'll text my guy that would do that, and let me see when he can get to it. As soon as he calls me back, I'll let you know what his time frame is.
Okay, thank you.
Gordy, yes, I believe I did. If he called me, he's in here. Let me take more questions while we're waiting on him.
Do we have any more questions?
Gordy, is your number 316-644-1422?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's recorded now.
Go.
Thanks for coming, everyone. That's it? We're good?
No more questions.
Seriously? All these people and we're done? I love it.